I'm Mark Bridge, and you're watching Pop Culture Galaxy TV, Episode 1. So I saw the Hunger Games trailer, and it looks pretty awesome. It's supposed to be the next film to take over the segment that Twilight has, but it did something to differentiate from Twilight. It wasn't all about love story, even though I heard there's supposed to be love stories in it, but from what I can tell, like, it's a cross between like Blade Runner and Battle Royale, and it looks pretty awesome. It showed a lot of action, what the story is gonna be about, and I haven't read the books yet, but it kind of makes me want to read the books. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see the movie when it comes out. So there are two Snow White films coming out next year. The first one is Snow White and the Huntsman, and the second one is Mirror Mirror. Snow White and the Huntsman stars Kristen Stewart as Snow White and Charlize Theron as the Queen. And that one's more of an adventure, dark, gritty movie. The second Snow White film is called Mirror Mirror, starring Julia Roberts as the Queen and Lily Collins as Snow White. That movie is more of a comedy, maybe musical, because in the trailer it shows a couple of singings or whatever. But from what I see, Snow White and the Huntsman is gaining more buzz because of that action vibe to it. Like, it looks really gritty and awesome. Mirror Mirror, I don't know, man. That movie, Mirror Mirror, is directed by Tarsem Singh, who did The Cell and Immortals that just came out in the theaters. Immortals was pretty cool. Like, I liked the visuals, and the action was awesome. The story was kind of weak. But then again, he said he doesn't really care about story, he's more about the visuals. So I'm kind of worried, like, okay, if you don't care about story, like, how are you going to pass off a comedy? Which kind of depends on your identification with the characters. But so far, Mirror Mirror is not looking too good. But Snow White and the Huntsman, wow, that looks like it's going to take the year as the best Snow White film. Not the best film, but the best Snow White film. So I'm looking forward to that more than Mirror Mirror. So I was surfing the web, and as a matter of fact, my friend showed me two viral videos for the movie Elysium. The director, Neil Blomkamp, he directed District 9, which was a great film in 2009, came out the same year as Avatar. I can't believe it. That movie was awesome. Now, his second film, Elysium, it's the story that is kind of under wraps. You don't really know what it's about, but apparently it has to do with some corporation and aliens. Two viral videos showed up earlier in the year. I'm just seeing it now, so I'll just for those of you who didn't see it, you're probably looking at the footage right now. The first one is about a company called Armadyne, who's apparently recruiting new workers for some big project or whatever. And the second one is like a bunch of kids going somewhere, and they have their camera, and they found like an alien or a creature that says property of something written on the side. I don't know what it is, but the movie doesn't come out till 2013, so I expect to see a lot more viral videos before you actually see a trailer to this thing. Viral videos look pretty cool, in my opinion, and they're actually shot by Neil Blomkamp, so this guy is on fire. I'm telling you, he's like one to watch. He's probably gonna be like the next Christopher Nolan. Who knows? Another news is they revealed the poster for Expendables 2, and I gotta tell you, the first Expendables, it was okay. I liked it. The last part of it, nothing but explosion. That was awesome. But it kind of promised that whole 80s action star vibe. It pleased some people liked it. I appreciate it for what it was. But so Expendables 2 went into production, and it stars Sylvester. Most of the cast are coming back, but some new additions: Chuck Norris and Van Damme. Wow. It's like, this one is going to be the ultimate action movie of all time. Seriously. Like, the only person it needed was Steven Seagal, and that would have made like the complete picture of action movie megadom. On the Dark Knight Rises front, on Empire Online showed the covers for November 24th issue, and it has Batman on one cover and Bane on the other cover. They showed Bane holding the picture of Harvey Dent, and Batman standing over a bunch of bodies on the ground. Nolan spoke to Empire, and he told them that apparently the movie starts 8 years after The Dark Knight. Apparently Bane gets injured earlier in the film, and that's why he's wearing the mask, because it helps him breathe. So it's kind of like a Darth Vader situation. To tell you the truth, I don't know how I feel about that. Before I get to that, he also said that his Bane is gonna be like methodical, like he's gonna break Batman, mentally and physically. Like he's one of those. He's setting up to be a really, excellent villain, which I like. The thing that I'm kind of like about is the fact that the mechanism that is attached to him. I mean, in the comics, the mechanism that was attached to him gave him the venom. It pumped venom in him so he can become stronger. And I don't know if he's gonna go that route with this film. If he's just gonna make it so that it's a mechanism that's keeping him alive. It may work for his version of the film, but I kind of wanted to see the venom pumping Bane. Probably wouldn't look good on screen, but you know what? Let's see how he does Bane. So speaking of which, the first 6 or 7 minutes of the film is going to be in the IMAX release of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which I'm definitely going to see. I'm looking forward to that movie. Kind of like the same situation he did with The Dark Knight in front of the IMAX release of I Am Legend, where they showed the Joker prologue. So this one is actually going to be the Bane prologue. PS3 owners are filing a class action lawsuit against EA. Why? Well, earlier they said that the PlayStation 3 version of Battlefield 3 will also come with Battlefield 1942. Of course, the game is now out and there's no Battlefield 1942. EA said they'll give PS3 owners early DLC, but PS3 owners are already getting early DLC, so what's the incentive? You guys promised Battlefield 1942. Where is Battlefield 1942? So I guess a bunch of disgruntled PS3 owners are filing a class action lawsuit against EA on that front. Also, for those of you excited to see any footage or a trailer for Metal Gear Rising, the game that stars Raiden, well, apparently on the Spike Video Game Awards, will reveal either a trailer or footage from the game from Hideo Kojima, the creator. Hopefully it's a trailer. I'm excited to see what that's going to be about. I have a feature on my website I do every week. Well, I try to do every week, called Top 5 Songs of the Week. Songs that I've heard during the course of the week that kind of, influence me, or even just something that hits me during that time, like, wow, this song is pretty good. I compile a bunch of songs and then I give the top 5 songs of the week. So you can check out my top 5 songs of the week right now, and you can check it out on the website for more details on why I chose this song.
Gonna wanna call the feds on me.
So that's it for Pop Culture Galaxy TV episode 1. You can subscribe to this channel, or you can follow me on Twitter at Marky Tundra, or you can find me on Facebook.com/Marky Tundra.